I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space, your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirts and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80. Long as I got stuff for most of them solved. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger and wasting taste. Ain't no telling where the spelling is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker.
Nice.
All right, guys. What is going on? What is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. As I am feeling way more serviceable than I was feeling on Friday, man. Yeah, coming along, man. Coming along. So, with that, we'll hop right into the intro, man. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how this show works, man. Every Monday, we're on here after Monday Night Raw with Notorious Unscripted. And every Friday, we are on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news, man. Speaking of this past Friday's edition of the news, AEW strips Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and CM Punk of their championships. And they suspended Matt, Nick, and Kenny as long as well with a bunch of others. Cutler, Pat Buck, Michael Nakazawa, Christopher Daniels. All those guys got suspended. Still no word on CM Punk. And Malachi Black granted his conditional release from the AEW, man. So we talk about what that means, what that could mean, a conditional release. And we talked about all that, as well as a bunch of other stories, man. It was a loaded news week and a really good episode, man. So with that, yeah, man, if you guys did miss that edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, that's at episode 126. You guys can now watch that on all platforms, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, like I said, man, join us right here at 4 p.m. Central on Fridays, man. And with that, if you guys have not got a chance to yet pick up your official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on bonfire.com. Live on the merch shop for you guys, man. It is the link is at the top of the description of this video. And if you guys follow either me or Sir K on social medias, you can find it on the Notorious Heels podcast Linktree page, man. So with that, on the top left, you have the Notorious Heels podcast Chicago flag design. On the bottom right, you got the Chicago skyline design. Then you got the OG, the best kept secrets to the IWC, the Riddler inspired IWC's best kept secret shirt, one of the OG shirts. Then you got the Biggie design, the uncrowned kings of the IWC, man. And then in the middle, you got the base Notorious Heels podcast logo design. So all these shirts are available in many different styles of a shirt or a hoodie, whatever you prefer. That is all live on bonfire.com. Like I said, link is at the top of the description of this video, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's going great, man. Going great. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out and just been chilling, man. Ain't been busy. That's been nice, man. So I've just been chilling out. But I'm doing good, man. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good, man. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Everybody else in chat? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
Yeah, man, like I said, obviously on Friday, I was a mess. I want to apologize again. That was definitely not my best performance. Sir K carried the hell out of that episode.
I did not.
But, well, you did, bro. You did. I was a
Yep.
fucking wreck. I was tripping over my words and shit. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. But, yes, yeah, that was very upsetting. That was obviously a big episode, man, and I felt like I just did so horrible. But regardless, I told Sir K this before, right before we went on. I'm definitely feeling more serviceable tonight. I'm very excited
Nice.
to talk about what has happened in the week of wrestling, bro. So yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good, man. Definitely feeling a lot better. I'm sure I sound a lot better.
Oh,
I feel a lot better too.
good.
So yeah, you guys should definitely knock on wood, but just the way I'm feeling today, have to deal with less of me covering up my camera and muting my mic. To
That's good. That's
so
good.
yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, how's everybody in chat, man? As Durante always asks, bro, I'm good. Family's good. And what about you, Durante? And what about you, Logan, as well? I see you're in chat.
So,
It looks like Durante's got a question specifically for Sir K.
let me see.
Why did they turn Dominic heel, bro? I know you want to tackle this one. Did you see that promo, bro?
I didn't. I was at work when they
Oh,
fucking aired that promo. I was coming home or something. Man, I didn't. What did he say? Did he even talk in that promo, or was it all Rhea Ripley?
what did he say? Question is, I don't know. A whole lot of nothing. He was talking about, Dad, you always you always wanted me to take this career path, but you never asked me what I wanted for my career.
What?
And he was like talking, I'm sure you can find pictures of it. He was
Yeah, I
like
saw a
talking in
picture.
like a black room
Just
with like
staring
a
straight.
glare of light, almost like Miro's promos, just like
Yeah.
staring off into the distance. And it was like it tried to be so dark, but it was like the fucking cringiest thing ever. And he genuinely said a bunch of nothing. He just talked about how his dad hurt his feelings and how how his dad didn't care about him, even
Damn.
though his dad passed up on a whole final run to help him with his run, and it did him
It's
zero
garbage.
help. Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know, man. It was a whole lot of nothing, man. That's all I gotta say about that.
You know why they did it, Durante? Why they turned Dominic heel? A last resort to see if he's good at anything. Apparently he's not. So either send him to NXT or boot his ass. Cause he ain't
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, what, bro? When he was in NXT that one time, I think it was against Escobar.
Mm-hmm.
He
That was way
looked
more fitting.
like he fit. He looked
Mm-hmm.
like he fit there, but he
Good
ain't
lord,
ready for
too
all this,
bad.
man. He ain't
He
ready.
is not, bruh. Bro looks fucking stupid as shit. Fuck, bro, I just fucking Ray treat him like he's fucking joining a fucking cartel. He's always like stopping him and begging him to not do this, and there's no turning back. Like, bro, he's not joining the fucking Latin Kings. He's joining this fucking garbage ass faction. The fuck are you talking about? Oh, bro, that shit's
uh,
been great. It's been so bad. I love it.
it is so bad, bro. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, bro, Logan. I see you were on double duty tonight, man. You had to deal with
Fuck.
the Broncos and Seahawks game and watching Raw. Were you flipping through channels, bro, or did you have both of them queued up at the same time?
He
Because
sent us
man,
the
that's
image. It,
that's a
it he had
lot.
a cuter on both on the
Oh, did he?
same way like
Damn.
we do for like the chat, or I do for like the chat, and then the voice or the meet. Yeah, he was doing the
Oh,
same
I see.
thing.
I see the picture now. I see the picture. I'm dead. Shit, man. Shit, I didn't see that during the show. Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Double duty tonight for Logan, man. Sheesh.
Fuck that.
What was better, man? The game or Raw? I heard it was a close game. So.
Probably the game. I don't even watch football. I could probably say the game.
Yeah, man. Raw tonight was all right. It was
I mean, it was decent.
yeah, it had high points and it had Low points.
Low
Uh,
point.
yeah, we seen the return. Well, I don't even know if you could call it return. Triple H just kind of puts them on periodically at this point, but the return of Omo.
Almost. Is that when the
Yeah.
fucking show went off air? Well, not off air, but like had that technical difficulty.
I honestly didn't catch that from my end. I didn't
Neither
catch
did
that
I.
from my end. I don't know if
Everyone
they
says
fixed
it
it real
was during
quick.
that Omo match, though. So I
It
saw a
might
lot
have
of
been.
jokes about it. So could have been. Hmm. Yeah, that shit's
Triple H
weird. That
totally
shit.
cut the feet on his ass.
Bro, he said, "Oh nah, this is my ass." Let's pretend we got
Uh,
technical difficulties. Get his ass off. The ref went up to him and said, "All right, cut it.
the
Head to the
ref
back."
really the ref really came up to his ass and said, "Bro, we're off air."
Just,
What do you
huh?
mean?
It's 8:30. Yeah, we're off air. Get the hell to that back. Oh,
Yeah, man. So AEW Dynamite, man. We're gonna start you guys off with AEW Dynamite. I got a couple promos to read off to you guys,
hell
and
yeah.
yeah, man. This show opens up, and this was looking to be the most interesting Dynamite of the year, considering the
Mhm.
events that took place after All Out. This was supposed to, well, it was, but this was the post All Out Dynamite from Buffalo, New York. So
It really was the
yeah,
post-media scrum dynamite.
honestly, bro, honestly, it was kind of just, or really the post backstage brawl Dynamite.
Literally, bro.
Kind of see where we took everything from there. So the show opens up with Tony Khan all dressed up in his button up with his tie in a pre-recorded video.
Dude, I love how the
This
fans booed it because he wasn't
so
on stage live.
that's the thing. I wonder if they were booing him because of the situation or if he didn't come out live, because I seen a lot of people insinuating that they booed him because they know he handled this situation very poorly. But a lot of people seen it as they were booing him because he didn't come out there live.
That's what I think it was
That's
because
kind of
that's what
that's what I
everybody
took it
wanted to
as too.
see. Everybody wanted to see his awkward ass just go out there and talk about that shit. And, he played it safe and pre-recorded. And for Tony Khan, that was the best thing he could have done because he would
Yeah,
have
because
been
he gets
stuttering his ass
excited
off.
and
Hmm.
stutters. Yeah,
He would have been stuttering his ass off. So that's the best
yeah,
thing he does. But that was so hilarious when they booed him. They just wanted to see his ass live. And I don't blame him.
yeah. He had his fucking cue card up.
Fucking smiling.
So yeah, man. He announces he did not say the Elite and CM Punk at all
No,
on this.
he
He
didn't mention any of their
announced
names.
nothing, nothing. He announced that
Scott,
um what's
Scott
up?
Goldman. Like, bro, that name's hilarious now.
Scott Colton. um yeah, bro. So he announced
Still
that
dodging me.
after is he?
Yeah, bro, he's still dodging me, bro.
You even told him answer me.
I
He
told him
didn't
Scott
answer.
Coleman answer me. He still ain't answer me. That shit ain't right.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. So he announced that the AEW he announced after he this is what he said. He said after the events of All Out that happened at All Out this past Sunday, no mention of what events took place.
No,
So if there was no dirt sheets, we would have no fucking idea
no
what the
clue.
hell he was talking about. I also did see apologize for cutting myself off there, but I also did see that BTE is on hiatus until further notice, man. So
Yep. Damn.
uh,
God
that
damn.
sucks, bro. That
I'm surprised
sucks.
they didn't like. I thought they were gonna do what we said and like have like Dark Order run it
Like
for
host
the
it,
net.
yeah,
Yeah, if they're not even doing that, that sucks, bro.
yeah. Well, I get it though
Mm-hmm.
because
Pointless without the elite.
exactly, it's kind of a situation where you know damn well people are gonna watch to
Guess
see
what?
like if there's any digs at
Mm-hmm.
Kenny and the CM Punk. I mean, um,
And if the Elite's not on it and it's airing, all the comments will be, "Where's the Elite? What's going on?"
So
It
it's
makes sense.
yeah. So it's kind of just it's kind of it's kind of a, if I were to compare it to anything, it's kind of a Max Caster situation where they, like, on this Dynamite, you know how they interrupted him,
Purpose, yeah.
and it's better they do that, because if he does a rap and he doesn't mention anything, everybody's gonna be like, oh, what the
Oh,
fuck,
well,
you know.
exactly.
And it's like, you don't want him to rap, because then he's
No,
gonna have to say something about it.
exactly.
You know what I
And if
mean? So
Tony
they kind
Khan
of
doesn't
just,
want to say it, then
exactly. So it's
damn Logan,
best that
he just got into BTE. Shit's already on hiatus. Bro,
damn.
take this as the
Hey, you,
opportunity. Go watch the
yeah,
old ones, bro.
go watch old episodes, bro. Those are so fucking funny, dude.
The
Like
old
the
Cody and MJ.
exorcism of Cody Rhodes,
Oh my
bro.
god. That shit was great. Or the old MJF segments where when he used to pretend to be nice. Bro, those are goated. The one with fucking Christopher Daniels, goated, bruh.
Oh,
Goated.
Frankie Kazarian, the one
Oh
where
yeah, it
he's
was
like,
Frank.
he's nicer than Jerry fucking Lynn.
No
Get the
way.
fuck out of here. Cody walks
Just
away.
being
He's like, "Listen up, cue ball." That shit was too funny, bro.
that shit's goated, bro. You gotta watch it.
What is this cigar made out of? Baby shit.
Toss it on the
Yeah.
ground.
Oh man, and then he fucking spikes the cigar on the ground. Yeah,
Classic.
bro. Yeah, dude. Honestly, bro, I'd go back and watch some of those old episodes, dude. Those are so funny, man. You'll really, really like them. But
Mm-hmm.
what was I talking? Oh yeah, it's kind of one of those situations, bro, where it's kind of just best not to air it at all, because the Dark
Yeah,
Order segments suck nowadays.
they're garbage.
If Hangman is on there, everybody's kind of gonna be expecting him to take a shot,
Yeah,
and when
exactly.
he doesn't, because he can't, everybody's gonna be like, oh, what the fuck, what's the
What's
point,
going on? They're not even gonna mention it. Why even do BT? It
Yeah,
makes sense not to do it.
honestly. So he says that in all of his awkwardness, even though this is a pre-recorded video, he
Still
says
awkward.
after the events that took place at All Out, the AEW World Trios Championships and the AEW World Championships have been vacated, and the AEW World Trios Championships will take place in our opening contest, with Death Triangle facing off against the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy, as the AEW Championship will take place in a tournament of champions to crown a new world champion that will culminate at Grand Slam with the Dynamite end of the bracket. I really like how they do that. They do like a Dynamite
Yeah,
end of the bracket and a
and then
Rampage end of the
Ramp.
bracket.
That's always sick. It really is.
100%. And then he says, listen to this. Listen very closely to this. One-time AEW World Champion and Tag Team Champion Hangman Page will face off in the first round against 6-time World Champion Bryan Danielson.
You love to
Wow.
say it, bro. I love that. I love that detail.
Yeah, that is really, really nice. I like that a lot. He probably even counted his ROH championships in there, too.
I think so.
3-time TNT champion Sammy Guevara will be facing the longest reigning TNT champion Darby Allin in the first round, and the winner of those respective matches go on to face 7-time world champion Chris Jericho.
That's real dope.
And Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin will go on to face 3-time world champion. Keep in mind, he's a 1-time WWE champion, Jon Moxley. So I absolutely love that they're acknowledging other world championship reigns. That's
really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, that is really cool, and it bolsters the champion, or the stakes of the or the star power. I don't know what word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I know
The
it's
star power of the tournament, man. I really like that detail.
Exactly, like especially for like Chris Jericho. What would look better, one-time AEW champion or seven-time world champ? Same, Brian. What the fuck would you put down? Great wrestler, like he hasn't
Yeah,
won nothing in AEW yet,
yeah.
and I really like that
Good
detail, man.
wrestler.
Like what the fuck would you? Great wrestler. The fuck would you put? He ain't won shit in this company yet. So it was a really awesome detail, bro. I think that was genuinely great.
Oh, hold on a minute. My bad. No, they put Dynamite and Rampage for only the quarterfinal matches. So
Yeah.
only Sammy and Darby. So yeah, Logan is right. Mox and Guevara is on Dynamite. The Dynamite and Rampage end of the bracket looks like it ends with the quarterfinals. So yeah.
Um, it
Uh,
did.
so he opened the show with that. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the crowd was not happy with this. I think they wanted to see him live. A lot of
Right.
people took that as them booing him for being for not or for handling the situation badly. But honestly, man, who could have expected that? Like
I wouldn't have.
you can look
Frozen.
at that man's face and just see
He
the
was stressed.
disarray in his face of like what the fuck is going on right now. Like when he brought up what did he bring up? He said I think it was the line where he said the guy shares a fucking bank account with his mother. That's all you need to know about him. Tony
Hmm.
Khan literally just like closed his eyes and just had
Just like,
this grit and teeth look on his face like god
exactly.
damn it. I don't know
And
what to say.
like with TK, bruh, it not only is his ass awkward, this is first time doing all this shit. Shit, I probably wouldn't know what to do either. I'd be like, dude, do I stop him or would that make the situation worse? Is he gonna lash out at me now if I try to stop his ass? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I would have just cut his mic, bro. I would have just took a pair of scissors, just man, shut your ass up. I don't know what happened. I don't know what your mic working. You should go to the back right now. Skedaddle. Like he handled it poorly, but most people would have too.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of just it's kind of an armchair quarterback situation where a
Hmm.
lot of people say I would have done this, I would have done this, but you don't really know until you're in that situation. And he can look back and say, "Wow, I should have cut his fucking mic." But if you're, and we can even say that because we're not him. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
dude, cut his mic, cut his mic. But in the moment, he's probably got all these things on his mind. Like, whoa, what is going on right now? So I don't
Hmm.
really took it as the fans were booing him because of
No,
how poorly he dealt with the situation. I honestly think it was just a matter of the fans or the fans just wanting to see TK out there. But we all know how he gets, so that was probably for the better.
definitely, definitely, bro. That man would have been stuttering his ass off.
Definitely. MJF opens up the show.
Mm-hmm.
MJF opens up the show sporting a Buffalo Bills Josh Allen jersey in Buffalo. So he comes out there and he says, "Buffalo, New York, the devil is back." He
Hey,
tells them he was kind of just in a really good mood. He's baby facing the crowd at this point. He's telling them Tony Khan's paying him a lot of money and uh, he would be in the Tournament of Champions, but but he is in the working smarter and not harder mindset because he knows he has a guaranteed world championship shot at any point. That is another piece I really like because they easily could have put MJF in here and had
yeah.
him win the world championship through this tournament because that's where we're headed anyway.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, so I really like how they did that to kind of fit kind of his heel narrative, and honestly not even his heel narrative, but just kind of the smarter way to go about it. I mean, why would you put yourself in a tournament where you got to run the whole tournament when
Just
you
say
have
yeah.
a shot,
Exactly.
you
That
know?
just makes the most sense, man. Uh, I love that segment, bro. I love like I was just thinking about this during the segment. It's such a funny comparison, him in that segment to his last Dynamite segment, where he's yelling TK to fire him, and it just cuts to this all happy and shit because he got paid. I love how fake MJF is on camera, bro. I love it. That man's so damn fake.
He
It's
is.
amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He says, let's admit it, guys. The last time I was in Dynamite, I said some really harsh things. But let's be honest, guys. We all know I didn't mean
Like, shut up.
it. He says, mind you, the crowd is chanting, "You were right," this whole
Damn.
time. And he says, let's be honest, guys. I didn't mean it. I love this place. I would never leave AEW.
Oh, bro. I love
So,
it.
so the crowd's cheering and they're going along with it, and he just goes on talking to these fans, just baby facing up on them, talking about how Tony Khan's paying me a boatload of money now, and he says maybe he wants to win the world championship to use it as a bargaining chip for the bidding war of 2024. So
Damn.
that's still a thing, even though he just told the people he would never leave AEW. So there's that for you. There's that for you. Moxley then comes out. John Moxley comes out. He's standing in the ring with MJF, and MJF says to him, Moxley says to MJF, "You're full of crap." And MJF says, "Do you really think I'm lying to all these fat lard asses here in Buffalo?" And then he said something, and then he said, "Oh, I'm not talking about you, sweetie. We'll meet up after the show." Oh wait, no, never mind. That was before Mox came out, but he did that too. He was making fun of some fat fan.
They've been going crazy on these fucking fat ass fans lately, bro. From
Honestly,
Punk to
bro.
MJF, you can't be fat and sit fucking ringside, bro. You a damn target.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, bro. You better be getting them nosebleeds if you're over 350.
You
You
got
get
that
the
full
nosebleeds,
XL.
bro. So he says, "You really think I'm lying to all these fat lard asses who live in Buffalo?" He rips his Josh Allen jersey off, wipes his ass with it, and then fucking throws it. And he says maybe when he wins the AEW World Championship, he's gonna take it to a real wrestling company with real fans. Whoa,
Damn.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Cut the cap.
Slow down there. Those are the most fickle fans you can ever imagine. You can ever imagine.
Terrible. Horrible.
They are. They really can be. In AEW, I'm sure there's times where fans can be fickle, and we're probably guilty of it too. Every wrestling fan is guilty of the shit.
I've been fickle before. I'll be fickle again one day.
Yeah. So a lot of times in AEW, fans turn on you if they really have a reason to. As to where in WWE, shit you just turn on somebody. You just turn on. I don't know why they do it sometimes.
It'd be for no damn reason.
Honestly, I mean, there are situations where, you know, Seth gets turned on for no reason, or not Seth. There are situations where they book Seth like garbage, and there are situations where Liv Morgan
I was gonna say
makes
Liv.
no sense. Then there are situations where you have somebody like The Fiend who, yeah, his booking goes down, but even if something gets good again, the fans have already turned fickle to the point where they just refuse to admit that he's ever done anything good. And then they start throwing out other claims more than his booking sucks, like he's bad in the ring, he's just a novelty act, when they used to like The Fiend. That's some fickle shit. Yeah, and now everybody wants to see him again, but it's one thing to be like, okay, I'm turning against this guy because he is booked like shit. This is not what made me fall in love with him. But
Mm-hmm.
it's when they start throwing out other claims for me. Like, oh, well, this
Exactly.
guy was never really that good in the ring anyway. What the
Like, stop
fuck?
the
Or
cap.
like, oh, The Fiend was a novelty act the whole time anyway. You fucking liked it before. You know what I mean? I mean, it makes no sense. But anyway, yeah, that's a little out there, man. Those WWE fans, ooh, they're
Annoying as hell.
yeah, they're really like it. They're really like that, bro. We got Juggernaut in the chat. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
Um, yeah, man. So he says maybe I'll take the AEW title to a real wrestling company with real fans, and I'll go over there with one of my best friends, one of my heroes, the American roller coaster, Cody Rhodes.
Damn.
He legitimately said that on television. And Moxley's just standing there. And I honestly feel like, now that I'm thinking about this now, I could kind of see some parallels to them kind of trying to reference that media scrum by having MJF be the guy who says all this like out of pocket shit that he shouldn't be saying, and then you
Mm-hmm.
have Moxley kind of like standing up to it and like
And
standing
shutting
up
it
for the
down.
company. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that could have been a little bit of foreshadowing or a little referencing there, but then he says, and then maybe I'll go work for the only con that matters or that means a damn in professional wrestling, jolly old Saint Nick, and then maybe I'll go work for my inspiration, the Game.
Damn.
Probably my favorite wrestler ever, the Game.
Like, bro, wasn't Punk your favorite? And then I saw someone added a picture of Triple H's face over that MJF and Punk pic. I was like, damn.
That is true.
MJ. I think his favorite is gone from the company. Well, possibly. So, good the cap. Oh, I love it, though. I love that fucking shit.
Yes, very, 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 very great stuff here from MJF as always. And Moxley's just standing there, and he smacks the microphone out of his hand, and he tells MJF, "You better get out of this ring right now." And Mox takes off his leather jacket. MJF goes to take off his. Notice he was wearing the same red hoodie he did, or the same
Hmm.
red button up as the last time he was on Dynamite.
Yeah, exactly. That was dope.
He goes to rip it off, and the arm won't come off because it's too tight.
He's like
And he's
wrapping around
yelling
the
at all
rope.
the fans. Yeah, he's like wrapping it around the rope and pulling on it. So he's standing there, about to fight Mox, and then he just walks away. He walks up the ramp, and Mox says, "Your theme music sucks, by the way." And then he
Damn.
proceeds to cut this. So I wrote this down. He says, this is a long one, so stay with me here. "Buffalo, New York, I am in no mood. I am pissed off. I am embarrassed. I am pissed off about a great many things, but no more than the fact that I'm standing here without the AEW World Championship. The only material possession in this world that matters to me, but the belt itself, it's just metal, it's just leather. There's a bunch of them. You could buy one yourself, put it up on your wall. It doesn't mean anything. What means something to me? What means something to me is that the AEW World Championship what means something to me is what the AEW World Championship represents, and that means something to me, and that means something to a lot of people. The AEW World Championship represents the passion for this sport, the passion for this business. It represents the passion of the guys and girls in the back and the fans that fill the arenas and watch at home. Those three letters of the AEW World Championship represent heroes during a pandemic and a time where the world needed heroes. It represents the dream, the vision that we all had when we started this thing years ago. We wanted to show the world just what wrestling could be. The AEW World Championship represents taking the dark and ugly side of this business and letting it die in another generation, with another generation. The World Championship represents the freedom to be as great as you are willing to dare to be. The AEW World Championship means getting better than I was the day before, even if it's just a little better, even if nobody notices but me. That World Championship represents slaying demons. The World Championship represents everything I love about this business, but the fact remains I lost on Sunday, and that's on me. That's my fault. I make mistakes, and I got pinned. That's on me. I missed the game-winning shot, and I was supposed to be on vacation right now up until about 2 days ago. But there's another chance to take the shot with the game on the line. This Tournament of Champions is one hell of a shot. That's one hell of a rock to push all the way to the top of the hill again. Chris Jericho, the greatest of all time. Bryan Danielson, the best pure wrestler to ever step in a ring. A better pure wrestler than I'll ever be. Darby Allin, Hangman Page, Sammy Guevara, 3 dudes, younger than me, faster than me, more naturally gifted than I'll ever be. So yeah, that's one hell of a shot. But winners always want the ball when the game is on the line. The ace always wants the ball, and I want the ball. So hell yeah, I'm going to take the shot, because this isn't just time to win. This isn't just the fourth quarter. This isn't just winning time. This is time to be a legend. And he slams the mic down. And that was the opening promo from Jon Moxley. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say about how good Jon Moxley is in the ring or how much he sucks. It comes to a point where being an in-ring performer isn't all that you can bring to the game. There's a lot of in-ring performers that are fantastic, but have such a ceiling because they cannot connect with the audience. But Jon Moxley can connect with that goddamn audience, and he did just so. The crowd gave him the standing O on multiple. The commentators were putting him over on multiple occasions. He got the standing O during one promo. He has the connection with the audience, and if you were to name one guy who is the MVP of AEW for the year, it is none other than Jon Moxley.
100%, man. Dude's a workhorse, man. He'll go to bat. He'll fucking wrestle in and out everywhere he needs to be. Mox deserves every bit of praise he gets, bro. That promo was amazing. It was so real. You could connect with it and meant something, and it was truly a revolutionary promo for AEW, man. That shit was amazing. And although I think we all know Mox isn't gonna win the tournament, he deserves to be in it still, bro. Definitely, man. Definitely.
No doubt. No doubt. At a point where I think a lot of people, I know they do this a lot, but at a point where a lot of people tend to write AEW off after something as big as what happened at All Out. A lot of people were writing them off again, and at a point where the company was truly at one of its lowest. That was a revolutionary promo, like Sir K said, man, and that was career defining shit for Jon Moxley, and that was company defining shit for AEW, man. So I think at a point where everybody is kind of just looking for answers. You know, what is going to happen here? What does this mean for the company? What does this mean for the locker room? There's so many questions, right? There's so many questions we can ask, obviously, about this current situation. But at a time where everybody was, I think, looking for at least something to hang their hat on, man, that was absolutely incredible. At a point where, like I said, even some of the fans were kind of confused or maybe worried about the company. And kind of where we go from here, and like I said, what all that means for the future of the company. That was incredible. That everybody talks so much about how WWE's been putting on these statement shows. That's kind of been the
thing lately.
That's kind of been the thing. This was a statement show. That was a statement promo, and we kind of have a glimpse of another one later in the show as well, but. Incredible, man, incredible. Jon Moxley proves that he is a true AEW OG, and
Mm-hmm.
he is here for this company, man,
Truly.
and he loves this company. Not that CM Punk didn't, but I think
A
it's
different type of love.
I think it's a different type of love, man. John Moxley, I said this shit on Friday. John Moxley and Chris Jericho came to this company when it was a risk. This is like
Mm-hmm.
their baby, and they have
Nurtured this
cared.
shit.
Yes, they have cared about it and put all their love into it. Every single time they go out there, man. So that is they just prove, man, they are the true OGs of this company and the true guys that this company can really fall back on.
Oh, 100%, man. 100%.
So Tony Khan did state in the opener of the show that the Death Triangle would go or 3-on-3 against the Best Friends in Orange Cassidy for the Trios Championships, and that was what happened next. So these three put on a really good match. I would have liked to see. Now I know, you know how things go, so you probably couldn't get them on the show, but Death Triangle lost in the first round.
Yeah.
Best Friends didn't even make it to the semis. No, my bad. They did. They made it to the semis, but they lost. I would have liked to see whoever the Elite beat in the semifinals versus Hangman Page of the Dark Order, which obviously we all know that was Will Ospreay and Aussie Open. I would have liked to see those two teams because, and I get it, because, you know, you couldn't really...
Just call
You could-
Ospreay like that.
Yeah, you couldn't really. I'm sure they were booked or whatever the case may be. But and then with Hangman and Silver and Reynolds, you know, I don't know why you couldn't do that. I mean, those two teams were the two teams that, you know, would have advanced. Have the Elite never have been in the tournament anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would have made a little more sense. But even at that, I mean, I see why they didn't want to do a whole nother tournament because you literally just did a whole tournament for the Trios
Yeah.
Championships. Obviously, nobody expected all this shit to happen, but that's personally what I like to see. But I get it, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really thought there was just two better teams you could have put in here.
Yeah. Or at least one, man. Just the Best Friends mainly were just not it, man. That's not a team I could see winning, bruh. And thank God, bruh. Thank God.
Yeah, but it really sucks too, because had the House of Black not had Malachi Black not you know, left the company or took a break from the company or whatever his situation is, they were
They
literally
would have
the
been winners.
perfect team to capitalize off this. I would have maybe liked to see. How about this? I think this makes a lot more sense. I know both teams got bounced in the first round, but we're here anyway. What about Death Triangle? I also know this makes no sense because they kicked what's his face out of the group anyway. Versus La Facción Ingobernable, man.
That'd been really fun.
The feud is kind of there, you
It
know.
kind of is, so it'd be a good way to end it. Just have one of the teams beat each other. You know, Andrade could actually do something in this company. So they could have definitely done that, man. They really could have. But it was on a whim. They were fucking scrambling with this shit, so
Yeah.
it is
This
what it is.
is this is exactly why Andrade needed to be put with the Lucha Bros.
Exactly. That would have been
That would
perfect.
have, because now here's my thing. I'm really shocked that they did not put the title on Orange Cassidy to give him like his first win, like an AEW
Same.
original. You know, I am very shocked at that. But here's my thing. Pac holds 2 championships, and he wasn't even doing anything with the first one.
So, is he
It's
gonna do something
kinda,
with the second?
yeah. I mean, it's kind of. How are you gonna make more room for another title if you weren't even making room for the first one with Pac?
Who knows, man? Who knows? Let's hope he goes through this just going crazy with both. But they'll mainly focus on the trios, man. I really don't
Yeah.
see the point to that All Atlantic title, man. But
At this
hopefully they
point,
can.
drop it.
Hey, I'm telling you, bruh. I'm
Andrade.
telling you,
Drop it to Andrade,
somebody.
man.
Hmm.
Or, yeah, literally somebody, man. Ricky Starks. I don't know.
Somebody.
Somebody. But the Lucha Bros and Pac, Death Triangle, win this match. I am very, very shocked they did not give this to the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy, man. So,
Truly.
man, I am very shocked but pleasantly surprised, as this definitely was the better choice, and I hope the Lucha Bros get the tag title run that they never got, really,
With the trios.
with the trios, and I hope that Pac actually gets some fucking TV time. Please.
I really hope so, man. Please.
Guy
Please
is
keep
too
him on
good.
TV. I'm telling you.
Too fucking good to be sitting on the sidelines, man. Afterwards, the Dark Order is being interviewed, and Andrade comes up, and he wants the services of 10.
Like, bro, what?
Are you
Why do you
fucking
want this
kidding me?
fucking loser? It's like, dude, this guy's a fucking loser. Why do you want him? What? Oh, man, I don't know if you caught this either, man. On BT last week, man. Guess what? Guess what they teased getting back together?
Who's that?
Private Party and Matt Hardy.
I did see that.
Dude,
End
don't
this
do it.
shit, bro.
Bro,
What is
why
like
do they have to be with somebody?
like honestly, like this core group that they have fucking blows, man. Like this core group of like Hardy, Private Party, Butcher and Blade, Andrade, like why do these guys all have to stick around each other, man?
Exactly, bro.
Fucking end it, dude. It
Like now you got the
sucks.
trios division, you got room in the tag team division. Give Private Party something, fucking a title shot. I don't know, fucking something. Um, and just stop with that shit, bruh. Why don't they always gotta be with somebody? It's lame as hell.
It really is, bro. It really is. It is. It is not good. I did see that they teased that, but bro, why would you kick Dragon Lee out of the group? You have like a like very good
Basis
trio
for.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Makes no sense, man. It
Who
makes
knows?
no sense. It really doesn't, bro. It's quite annoying at this point too. End this shit. Andrade's with Roosh. That's it. Private Party need to go be a breakout tag team and let Matt Hardy sit around and be depressed until it eventually drives him to being broken again. And then you introduce Brother Nero whenever he's good to go. There you go. You got 3 solid tag teams right there.
Come on, bro. Exactly. And let's say Private Party gets big, and they take the titles from Acclaimed eventually, because I think they're gonna win that shit. You need
Right.
it would have you got our storyline already there. Hardy Boys versus Private Party. Storyline's already set.
Actually, I think I would have Roosh and Andrade take the tag titles from the Acclaimed eventually over time.
All right, yeah, that's good.
And then maybe you have Private Party take the belts from Andrade, or is it burying Andrade?
No, if he has a good title run, it could be seen as their revenge for treating him like shit.
Yeah, they could pin Roosh.
Exactly, they could always pin Roosh, and then you could blame it on Roosh and go singles for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, man. But please no, do not put 10 with
No,
Andrade.
that's garbage. I mean, it's
That's
fun that they're
horrible.
teasing the Dark Order breakup like completely at this point, but like 10? That's who you want. 10? The hell out of here.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. So Penelope Ford loses to Tony Storm here, the AEW interim world's champion. Man,
Ugh,
I hate that term.
I really hate Interim. I really
Like,
hate it.
I mean, it was okay at first, when we first got it, but
Man,
Christ,
God,
we've used the interim term
way too damn much.
4 times this year in AEW.
Fuck.
Once with the TNT title, the ROH Women's title, which technically was seen on AEW, so there's that. The AEW World title, and now the AEW Women's World title. So,
Yeah, garbage. I hate it.
good lord. Tony Storm beats Penelope Ford here in a quick match. Nothing really to that.
That's all. No.
And next, you have the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed are here. They come out. Max Caster's doing his yo, listen. As right before he's about to rap, Swerve's music hits and he comes out laughing. No
Oh, I
Keith
like it.
Lee
No,
when he's acting like an asshole. No
makes
Keith Lee,
sense.
man. Very interesting.
I like that a lot, bro. I like that dynamic a lot. And I like how they're
Me
playing
too.
into it.
Me too. Yeah, and
It's been really entertaining.
I have really I have enjoyed their tag
Mhm.
run. They've
I've
put
grown
together
on it.
they've put together a lot of quality tag team matches, bro. I will say
Hmm.
that about the team. You know,
Definitely, man. Definitely. And they have a very good dynamic that I like. And they're teasing this all very well.
definitely, bro. So, uh, I was about to call him Isaiah Scott. Swerve Strickland says, Swerve Strickland says, he says, nobody wanted to hear any more corny rap jokes from the Acclaimed. He
Damn.
says, I have a joke. The Acclaimed as AEW Tag Team Champions.
Damn.
Damn.
Huh?
Um,
Dumbass.
Daddy Ass then grabs the mic. And I will say, I never thought it would happen, but this motherfucker with the Acclaimed is growing on me.
It is, bro. This man funny as hell.
Bro, he is a fucking dork. But it is great.
His
It is
old
great.
serious ass doing all this.
Bro, he says, hey, Swerve, it's not your house. Listen, it's Daddy's house.
Like, what?
What?
What does that mean? What the fuck,
So,
man?
they announced here on stage that at Grand Slam in Arthur Ashe Stadium, the Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory 2 will take place for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And then he says, scissor me, daddy ass, as Billy starts to scissor him.
The fuck, man.
Yeah,
Dude, I
man.
love when they pan in the crowd and they're all just fucking
They're all
scissor.
like, yeah, and they got like these super like weird looks on their face while they're doing
I
it.
know, it's hilarious, bro. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, they got like their whole orgasm face on. That's
Like, bro,
the only
what?
action these fucking wrestling fans get, man.
Each other doing the
But-
fucking this.
So, yeah, man, that was that, and yeah, like I said, Max Caster got interrupted here, but that was for the best because Max Caster gives off this completely unscripted vibe about himself.
He
So
would have
if
said some shit
he,
about it.
yeah, so if he were to rap, and you were to tell him, okay, don't say this, and he were to say a rap completely
Just
saying nothing
well,
about
never get shit on.
exactly, it'll be like,
Like
oh, what the fuck, you
you
posted a
pussied
picture
out.
of your mic. He posted a picture of his mic before the show saying, look
Mm-hmm.
what I got for tonight, and it was his
Hype
full
it up.
sound pack. And he comes out here and he doesn't say anything. Everybody would have been like, "Oh, what the fuck? You pretty much just gassed us up like you were about to say something." And then if he doesn't rap, a good way out of it is to have Swerve come out and
You
be a
know?
heel in a completely heel scenario. So I would really like Swerve to turn heel at Grand Slam,
Mm-hmm.
or at this point, I wouldn't mind both of them turning heel because I've grown on them as a tag team.
I really would. It would actually kind of be fun to see, at least temporarily. Keith Lee was like, you know what, you're kind of right. I'm done dealing with this bullshit. Let's get real. Especially after the
The
loss to the
return of
acclaimed.
Bearcat.
Oh God, no.
Ah.
They fucking would cut bear and cat noises together and shit. Oh Lord, that shit was horrible. I'm so glad
Awful.
that that's over. Bearcat, Keith Bearcat Lee. Tomorrow was his idea. The whole time it wasn't. Come on, bro. Well, yeah, it was his idea. Oh, fuck, it wasn't.
Yeah, and then he literally comes out and says, "No, that was not my idea."
Oh, that era, bro. Goddamn.
We have another backstage promo that was very polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
This one was from none other than the GOAT himself, Chris Jericho.
Hey.
Chris Jericho, man. Tony Schiavone says, "What are your thoughts about your win over Bryan Danielson this past Sunday at All Out? About your big win over Danielson at All Out." Jericho says, and I quote, "Big win? How about a gigantic win over Bryan Danielson? While and you know." Oh, my bad. Okay. How about a gigantic win over Bryan Danielson? And Shivani, look at me. I'm better than ever. And let me give you a little history lesson. 400 years ago, Ponce de Leon was searching for the fountain of youth, and he never found it. But in 2022, Chris Jericho, he called himself like Consta de Leon or something like that.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho found the fountain of youth, and I'm drinking it in, man.
Hey.
Love that.
Classic reference.
That's why I was able to beat Bryan Danielson on Sunday. It is. What? I don't know what
Somebody be looking back at the world.
That's why I was able to beat Bryan Danielson on Sunday. And now I am the best wrestler ever. The best sports entertainer ever. I am the BWE BC. He says, "Yeah, Tony, I am the BWE BC. That's another reason why I'm going to beat Danielson again next week." Kind of spoiled the ending here because that match hadn't happened yet.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Damn.
That's why I'm going to beat Danielson next week on Dynamite. And I'm going to go on to Grand Slam and become the world champion for the 8th time because it's my championship. AEW is my company, and this is my effing locker room. And nobody's going to take that away from me ever. And then he waits a couple more seconds, and then he screams right in Tony's fucking face. Ever! So,
Poor Tony, bro.
and then he talked about how he has 2 little brothers in the JAS, Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. And he asked Sammy Guevara if he was going to beat Darby Allin on Friday, and he said, yeah, Darby, we're going to beat your turtle of an ass on Friday. And Jericho just yells, we hate turtles. Fucking
Fucking
Jericho.
Jericho. I love it. Man, it's goated.
Um, bro, man. Nothing really else with this promo. He just talked about how Garcia was going to be without the JAS tonight because he wasn't there for the celebration. He keeps calling it a championship celebration when he beat Danielson, but it wasn't for a championship.
Exactly.
So
What like championships are? None of you guys have championships.
I don't know, man. But yeah, man, this was a very, very good promo from Chris Jericho. Obviously, the part that I want to talk about is I'm gonna go on to Grand Slam and become the world champion for the 8th time because it's my championship. AEW is my company, and this is my effing locker room, and nobody's taking that away from me ever.
Shit. That man ain't taking
Whoa.
that bullshit, bruh. You know, we all know what CM Punk tried to do. He tried to pull a Cody Rhodes story of what was that story of like 2013 or something? Talking about fucking CM Punk standing up, talking about, alright guys, this is what we gonna do. Acting like he owns the fucking, you know, he was doing that shit in
Oh
AEW.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there is a Talk is Jericho from 2016 where Cody talked about how in locker rooms there is the one guy to stand up and say as a locker room leader, and Cody talked about how that is always the guy that is not the locker room leader. And then Jericho said, the one time he said that to me, I looked around and I said, he don't lead me.
Damn.
Damn.
And then fucking
Bruh.
Booker like dropped his fucking paper or some shit and didn't pick it up or something. Like, what
Yeah,
the
Punk
fuck?
had said, as the locker room leader, I'm telling you guys to pick your trash up, and Booker threw his trash on the floor and said he's not going to tell me to pick my trash up.
Damn. It's fucking amazing, bro. But like, Jericho knows, bro, that he ain't wrong. That's his locker room. He's the leader. Everyone goes to Chris Jericho for help.
That 100% is Chris
Some people
Jericho's
too
locker
much.
room. It always
Fucking
was.
exactly, bro. You need help, you go to Jericho. You need help not from someone that isn't Jericho. You probably went to Mox, and then after All Out last year, you also went to Danielson. Some people probably did go to CM Punk, but not as much as the other three,
I'm sure.
because the other
Yeah.
three offer more value to learn, and that's just
And,
how it is.
and honestly, especially after the media scrum, who is going to CM Punk for
The
advice
fucking gonna
now?
teach me how to fucking bitch. Like,
I mean, listen, you're in AEW, you're an AEW man. You, it's not on your contract that people have to come up to you and ask you
oh,
for advice. I mean, dude, you got a hell of a lot of brain for these guys to pick from, right? Punk
hmm
is fantastic. Punk is a legend. Punk is one of the greatest to ever do it. But just because they don't doesn't mean it's a bad thing, man. I mean, if they do, they do, and if they don't, they don't. What's the problem? You know,
exactly, bro.
if Jericho's been there longer and Jericho is the guy that they've always went to, why would
How
they
do you switch
stop
it up?
going to him just because Punk is there? Now, if somebody only felt comfortable going to CM Punk, then that's
Yeah,
on
makes
them.
sense.
It
But
doesn't it doesn't even say it in Chris Jericho's contract. You are here to help these guys. Like,
no, he
and
just
honestly,
doesn't.
bro, Jericho said it himself in his interview with Inside the Ropes. He said, I'm there. He said, I don't need a title or I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm here to help. I'm here to help by just showing up.
Exactly,
If
bro.
anybody needs help, I'm here. But it's like, dude, that's how it's got to be. You got to understand, guys like Jericho and Moxley and Dustin Rhodes and all those guys and all their coaches, Jerry fucking Lynn, all those guys, they've been there since day one. So a lot of these guys probably are used to going to these people for help. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. They're
And
used to
it's,
them. That's who they're comfortable with.
and it's not nothing against Punk, but it's
No,
just, I mean,
just
now it
how
might
it's
be, but as before, I'm sure it was nothing against Punk unless he really is an asshole backstage, and it is what it is. But you know, these people feel comfortable who they feel comfortable with. I mean, Jericho is like the big brother of the AEW locker room, so he's been
exactly,
there
man.
since day one. You know what I mean? I mean, these people, if they feel comfortable going to him, that's on them, and you can't blame them for doing that. I mean, it's not that one has more to learn over the other. It's just how it is. He's been there longer, and people are probably more comfortable around him. It is what it is. And
Jericho,
then,
man. Hmm.
and then, I know it's not Punk's fault that Colt Cabana is gone, but
It sure
or
looks
maybe it
bad.
is, or
It
maybe
could
it
be.
is, and or maybe it's a situation where it just looks really bad. But how many people did you kind of piss off indirectly because they kind of garnered their own conclusion that you're the reason Colt Cabana's gone? He was
Exactly.
my friend, so
Exactly. So they probably aren't too much friends with you, man. Because even if they didn't boot Colt Cabana out, how long would Colt Cabana want to be in that company? Or CM Punk's doing that shit? You know what I mean? If I was a Colt, I would have left myself. If I was Mr. Scott, you know what I mean? I would have left myself. So it's like, no matter what, some negative show is going to come from Punk being there. And if they're not coming up to you, man, and think about the pool of people they have to come up to that have been there for a long time. Like, I joke about them, me and you joke about them, but like Frankie Kazarian,
yep, it's
Christian,
Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels, fucking, like you said, Dustin. Before it was Cody, while he was in the company,
Is
um,
Arn still back there? Arn, Dean
possibly,
Malenko.
exactly, all those people, and CM Punk just showing up. It's like, I'm used to coming to these people. I want to go to these people, man. That's who I'm comfortable with. That's who I've talked to a lot so far. They know my past storylines that I've talked to them about, and they could bring that up that Punk can't. And it just makes sense, man. And if he's throwing a fit because of it, and my God, that man's delusional, bruh. We're on his Cody arc, because I don't know what the fuck he thinks gonna happen. People are just gonna magically come up to you out here in the company. That's not how it works. I'm sure, you know how many
Yeah.
older people in WWE probably no one goes up to, and it's just how it is. Just because they have a good pool of people to come up to too. You know what I mean? That's just how it is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I'm sure it's nothing against Punk, or like I said, maybe him coming in and taking some people's spots, and
Hmm.
you know, even though even though maybe he's not the reason Colt Cabana is gone, in some ways it can be seen that way. So, I mean, you
So
take that. I mean, maybe you rub some people the wrong way, or maybe it's not even anything personal. You know what I
exactly.
mean? It's just they don't come up to you, they don't come up to you. And I'm sure people do. He's always
Yeah.
posting with Britt Baker and all this shit. So, I'm sure he does have his people that do come up to him, maybe not as much as he likes, but oh well. I mean,
What do you expect?
now they have Danielson there, and
Mhm.
from our understanding, it seems like Danielson is a more pleasant person to deal with than Punk. So,
Apparently. So what would most people want to go deal with? Probably Brian. As long as you ain't eating a steak around him, he's good.
I flip his fucking lid at that point.
Just what are you eating?
Just
Like,
fucking flip the table up.
start whooping your ass. But like, come on, man. You can't throw a hissy fit because of that.
Yeah, man. So with that, that was that, and that was a hell of a statement promo. Another statement promo on the night for Chris Jericho. We kind of have a little statement promo here too, from coming from our next match. Wardlow defends the TNT Championship against Tony Nese, Sir K's favorite.
Oh man, can't even say I like Tony Nese as a joke, bro. Dude is garbage. Get him the hell out of here. Like, why is he employed, bro? I ask this myself every time I see his ass. You got rid of Stu. You got rid of fucking uh Five. You got rid of somebody else recently. And you keep his
Uh,
ass.
who the hell did they get rid of?
They got rid of somebody recently, man. Fuck.
Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish, bro. You get rid of Bobby Fish, and you keep Tony Nese's garbage ass, bro. Literally, out of that 205 live lineup, he was low tier on that shit, bro. Come on, dog. Boot his ass, please. Please.
Wardlow mops the floor with him.
Shocker.
3 power bombs and he's done. He goes to give a power bomb to Mark Sterling after the match, and Josh Woods breaks it up, and we have Wardlow versus Josh Woods next week on Rampage, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't even got enough room for these fucking people on the AEW roster. And you want to keep bringing people from ROH.
Like, bro, fuck it, Josh Woods. Right now, bro. You gotta focus on your people, your roster. Have fucking anybody from that roster, bro. Andrade. Fucking. Well, now since I don't know if you're taking them off TV too, you might be. I don't know. You got Buddy Murphy. You could use. Oh, Buddy Matthews. My bad. Um, you got people, bro. Use them. Why are you using fucking the ROH nobodies? Come on, bro. Come on.
Wardlow grabs the mic and he talks about how he says, and I quote, this was the opener to his promo.
Hmm.
I've been seeing fans online saying, and we're gonna end it there.
Yeah. We're searching Twitter.
Bro,
Bro, Twitter head.
I really wonder what the hell this man has been seeing on Twitter. Probably some foul shit, man, because people been dogging on his ass.
Oh yeah.
He says, I've been hearing people say that Wardlow's momentum has slowed down. And then yeah, you're right. And then
Yeah.
he said he wants everybody to know that this is still Wardlow's world. And yeah, he's pretty much going to get his momentum back. So,
Bro basically said I'm getting my momentum back. I don't know what stopped it, but man, just get more picks, bro. Dude, that's literally all he
interesting.
needs.
Interesting you say that. They
Hmm.
gave him back his old This Is War theme song.
Yeah, because they
I
realized that
noticed
one they
that.
gave him was complete dog shit.
And honestly, at this point, man, I like the old one better anyway.
100%. It fits him better. It it's funny because it's just fucking war, but it's better than what the fuck they gave him for like two
Yeah.
weeks. Oh, that shit was so good, bad. It did not fit Wardlow at all. But
No, it literally was like their own version of a Goldberg song. Like
it
it kind
really
of it
was.
had the da
Mm,
da,
yep,
kind of how in the beginning of Goldberg just the just so the people could
exactly.
go Goldberg, so the fans could go Wardlow, and then
Mhm.
it went into just kind of a riff,
Exactly.
and then it just all culminates with this is war.
But the thing is, War Pigs has that type of intro. That's the thing. It has that type of intro where
Yeah.
it's like
Do do
just a
do
note.
do 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 do
Exactly.
do do. Yep. Yep.
Like, come on, bro. Like, if you could pay out the ass for sympathy for the devil, which apparently they Tony Khan did, paid out the ass just to use it in a little backstage thing, you could pay for War Pigs, bro. If not, you could find some 80s rock song to give his ass, bro. That's literally
Yeah.
all he needs is a good theme song. That's all he needs.
That's all. That is like the final
That's the
piece to the
one missing
puzzle.
piece. If he gets that, he'll be on fire, bro. That's all he needs, and they're not giving it to him.
He
I could look in a
posted the
play.
song himself and said
Exactly,
soon.
bro. Soon. Soon ain't never came. Soon. That shit was like 3 months ago. How soon we talking, bro? Like, I don't get it. Or, like I said, find some 80s fucking rock song to put over them. There's a million of them. You can find one. I could look at my playlist right now and fucking send Tony Khan at least like 4 of them. Hey, pick from these. Come on, bruh.
There's no way Black Sabbath is more expensive than the Rolling Stones.
No way,
There's
bruh.
there's no way. Get fucking War Pigs, man. I'm tired of saying it, bro. I'm
Like, maybe,
so tired of saying it, man.
dude, I'm telling you, like, ain't no way. Ain't no way that shit's that expensive.
Nah. I mean, shit, man. If I gotta donate some money to get this fucking song, I gotta do what I gotta do, man.
Y'all gotta get the non-copyright track remix or something. I don't fucking know. Just get something, bro. Get something.
Something, bro.
That's what they did with
Something.
Brian. They gave him the fucking Flight of the Valkyries trap remix, and it's fucking heat. Do the same for Warlow or something, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Something, dude. Something. So, yeah, man, that was Wardlow's promo. Honestly, dude, he is literally just missing the song.
That's all
That's
it
all he
is.
needs. I don't know why it's taking so long to grasp the concept that that is all he needs, but my God, can we
Motherfuckers at the media scrum are asking the dumbest questions. Ask where war pigs are at, bruh. What the hell happened
honestly,
to that shit? That's all I want to know. I will leave this bitch right now. That's all I want to know.
honestly, bro? I mean, come
Like,
on now.
bro, come on.
Next, we had Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson, man. We had Page versus Bryan, and this was a very, very good match.
Oh, yeah.
This one went a good 25 minutes. It went a good
It did.
25 TV minutes, so probably like 15, you know, with all the commercial breaks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. So Danielson beats Page via roll up here, via a O'Connor roll up. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Danielson moves on in the World Championship tournament, man. And Adam Page and him, like I said, put on a tremendous match. And yeah, very good, bro. Very, very good.
Truly, man. Truly great match. You love to see it, and great to see, man. Really is, man. And I love that Hangman got a moment after having to deal with all that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, very good for him. Next, we got this Jungle Boy promo where he talked about Luchasaurus and how he blindsided him after he carried his career on his back and did everything he can so that those two can become champions. And he said, while everybody was saying that you were holding me down and you were nothing more than a joke, maybe they were right. And he was
Damn.
screaming, and he banged his water bottle on his head. Yeah, bro, very good promo here. And he said Sunday, maybe that was an anchor being released from my ankles.
Damn. Loved it. That shows
That was
heat.
Yes, that was very, very good, man. That was a
And
very good promo here by
hell
Jungle
yeah.
Boy.
And I heard on the roster page, he's now officially Jungle Boy Jack Perry. They actually like changed his roster name to that. So
Really?
I think it's a definite evolution of Jungle Boy, which is you love to see, man. I'm really happy for everybody in that.
Definitely, bro. Let me see.
I've heard of it. I don't know if it was true. I never checked. I was fucking lazy. AEW roster. Do I have it? No, I do not.
No.
They didn't.
Jungle
They were
Boy
kept.
of Jurassic Express. I actually
They,
wonder if they still have Malachi Black on here.
I heard they still do.
They still have Luchasaurus as Luchasaurus of Jurassic Express.
Yeah, I don't think they updated it yet. They probably will soon. Who knows when they update a fucking website though?
Yeah, Malachi Black is still on here.
Good. That's good.
Huh. Yeah, man. So after this, I don't even know what you call this group. Stokely's group.
I
Um,
guess so. Because from the vibe I'm getting, they're not with MJF, which is good. But like,
yeah,
it's weird how one thing I noticed about Dynamite that they did a couple times, they mentioned the time, how valuable time is on that show. They cut Stokely's time in that segment, quote unquote. MJF was talking about time on the show, and I remember someone else did. They brought that up a lot, which I found different. I've never seen them brought that up that much.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, bro. Definitely. So they come out here and they're cutting their promo, and this production guy is trying to cut them for time. Stokely says, "Come here." He grabs him by his shirt, says, "You treat me with the same respect that you treat your dad with."
Um,
Um, and he slapped him, and his group beat them up as Lee Moriarty was running around the stage and looking into the camera saying, "He slapped the hell out of that boy,"
come on,
as the
Lee.
Gun Club are yelling in his face.
I don't know, I like this group, bro. Cut it. Cut this damn group. Dismantle it. Destroy it. Throw it in the fire. I don't know. This shit ain't it. This shit already ain't it.
This group makes absolutely no sense with the Gun Club in it. They
No.
ruin the whole aesthetic of the group for me.
They ruin that whole vibe. You just have W. Morrissey, Lee Moriarty, Stokely, and then these two fucking hicks. Like, what? And then oh yeah, Ethan Page is in it too.
Oh yeah,
Forgot about his ass. How? Better off in the fucking, whatever the
men of
other,
the
like,
year.
yeah. At that point, that was better than this. If anything, put Men of the Year in that group as a tag team. Why not? It fits. Better than
Yeah,
the fucking Gun Club. I'll tell you that.
especially if Dan Lambert can't be here all the time. Put him with
Exactly.
Stokely.
Perfect. Keep them together. They're really good together. Come on, bruh. Come on.
Yeah, man. So in the main event, West Side Gun performed Daniel Garcia to the ring.
That show was dope.
Yeah, this is really cool. Uh, yeah, man. As Daniel Garcia took on Wheeler Yuta in the main event for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship, man, in Pure Rules. So, Pure Rules, the only, like, really distinct rule they gave us was you have 3 rope breaks,
I like that.
and once you use up all your rope breaks, you don't get any more. So, if you hold the rope after your limit is done, they don't have to let go of the submission, man. So that is
Yep.
really cool. And you cannot throw closed fist punches.
Yeah. You can only do like open palm and shit. Which, that would be a really fun match to play in the game, bruh. That would
Yeah,
be very fun, because the rope break system, at least for 2K, that shit broken as hell. That motherfucker 3 feet from the rope break, and they does a kick out animation. Like, that shit would be so fun in the damn
hate it.
game. I hate it so much. I was just thinking, like, bro, that would be really good to have. And you could, like, set the amount. Maybe, like, if you want a real challenge, you can only do one rope break or something. That could be real fun. It's fun rules to a match. It's unique. I liked it.
Definitely, definitely. Me too. Um, yes. So in the main event, uh, Daniel Garcia picked up the
Whoa.
victory, man, in Buffalo. He put in the Dragon Slayer to Wheeler Yuta, bent his head all the way back. Wheeler Yuta went to grab his head to try to put in his own hold. Couldn't apply the pressure as Garcia kept wrenching back. on the Dragon Slayer. It's kind of like a sharpshooter, but he like pulls him all the way back.
Yeah.
And Wheeler Yuta eventually tapped out. William Regal said something in this match I didn't really understand. He says, I would like Daniel Garcia in the group, but I wouldn't because, but I don't want him in the group because I want guys like him for the Blackpool Combat Club to wrestle against. I get what you're trying to say, but you have a whole roster of
Great
good
wrestler.
wrestlers. It's not
Like-
like you're in WWE and you got one shining star that's not in your group like Daniel Garcia, and the rest of these fucking guys are bums and they can't wrestle their way out of a fucking wet paper bag.
Like,
You
you
know,
all
I
got
mean,
Andrade, Pac, fucking... You guys got a big pool of people that are great in the ring to face. What? And second of all, y'all face each other anyways. That's the whole that's the only way you can get in the group is facing everybody in the group. So that's your point. That didn't make sense to me, bruh. That really didn't. For the sole fact of you literally have to face everybody in the group to join the group. So that
yeah.
you're just lying. You're just capping. You're just making an excuse. Like, come on, bruh.
Yeah, man. So Jericho said that he was not going to be out there as he was watching in the back and he was very ecstatic for Daniel Garcia to see him pick up the victory. After the match, obviously this goes by Code of Honor rules. So they shook hands afterwards, Wheeler and Garcia. And the Blackpool Combat Club is I guess it's kind of started with Mox, but they are no longer draped in gold, man. They're no longer draped in gold. That was a sick visual, though.
That was awesome.
So the Blackpool Combat Club, like I said, is no longer draped in gold as Garcia and Yuta shook hands, and Danielson came out, snatched the belt from Garcia, and then proceeded to put it around his waist as Jericho came down screaming at them as they went off air, man. So
Yeah, man. The storyline continues, bruh.
Absolutely, and I love the way it's been going, man. They've been telling a really enjoyable story here for sure.
They really have, bro. I love the conflictedness of Garcia, the two sides he wants to choose, and I really like it. I like how Danielson's been kind of a fucking asshole in this storyline. He's kind of like very cocky and like very self-righteous about this, and I think Garcia's gonna choose to JS, and I'll be happy either way.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. So, with with Monday Night Raw,
Oh Lord.
can't remember if anything happened on SmackDown. I don't think so.
I don't remember. No, all I heard about is a Solo Sikoa promo, but can't even cap. I didn't even peek at it.
Yeah, it was okay. They did
Yeah, but it was.
tease Max Dupree
Yeah, I did see that
going
turning
back
back.
to LA Knight.
That's good. You like to see that. Max
Definitely, man.
Dupree.
Fuck. Braun came out to destroy the Alpha Academy. Why the fuck is this guy? Why is he employed, man?
Dude's already doing his novelty act shit. Fire him. I hope they sign him for a very short deal just to test him out, and I hope they don't renew that shit. Dude is already garbage. He botched his fucking return. He botched running. That's what he botched. He botched running, and bro just powerbombing people again and flipping cars. Generic as hell, bruh. Generic as hell.
Horrible as hell.
Trash.
Yeah, we actually did get a pretty good 6-man between the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. That was really good.
Definitely.
And yeah, that was pretty much SmackDown, man. That was the main part. So Raw opened up with Seth freaking Rollins cutting his promo about how he is done with Matt Riddle and he wants to go after some championship gold.
Oh yeah.
He says Riddle put in a request for a rematch, and Seth is not that interested.
Damn.
Riddle then came out. These two fought all around. They went into the crowd, went around the crowd, back into the ringside area. Seth ended up running off, and while Riddle was about to chase him, Judgment Day comes out.
For no reason.
And I was very confused at this point what they wanted to do with Matt Riddle, and it's only Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Damian Priest comes out and he says, Riddle, me, you, and Rhea go way back.
No,
What does that mean?
They go way back. I bet, man. Those orgies,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Way deeper than we thought.
Apparently, bro. Apparently, deep inside each other. Apparently.
Was Rhea Ripley taking part in this?
Probably. I could see it. She was begging the shit out the people they were fucking. They may have been each other. I don't fucking know. I don't know how that shit was going, but they were into some shit, bro. They were doing
Apparently-
coke and just fucking the shit out of each other. Apparently. From the words of fucking Matt Riddle himself. Snorting and just going.
Matt Riddle is also into sharing things as well, so
He
we'll not
is,
even get into that. But
Shane's Karen.
they talked about how they want Riddle to join the Judgment Day and they'll make his problems go away. Yeah. So they'll make his problems go away, and Riddle said no. Now right now he has his own battles to fight with Seth, and Finn then says to him, "You're either Judgment Day or you're standing in our way," or something like that.
Dude.
What did he do? He didn't fucking do anything. Like, he didn't do anything to you. Like, how is he standing in your way? Like, what did Matt Riddle do to piss this group off? I
Like,
don't
the
get it.
segment had nothing to do with nothing Judgment Day. Like, I maybe if Matt Riddle was like facing like Ray, or he was facing Edge or some shit and he got looped and all that, bro's just beefing with Seth. Those three come out there and basically tell him, join us or you're getting your ass beat for no reason. Like, they just fucking just target people for no reason, and it's fucking pointless.
It really is, bro. So
It's so bad.
he hits Finn, knocks Damian Priest, his real tag team partner, over the top rope, and then he has a one-on-one match with Finn. Very good one-on-one contest here. Matt Riddle did end up losing because Seth came out and he distracted him, and yeah, that was pretty much all she wrote for Matt Riddle. He got distracted, got hit with the 1916, and got coup de grace, and that was it for Riddle, man. So yeah,
Man, we gotta see the ultimate tag team match. Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox versus Damian Priest and Matt Riddle, bro. We gotta see it.
with Rhea Ripley in their corner.
Yep. Rhea Ripley in their corner, Paige in the other corner. Fucking mixed trios titles on the line, bro. We gotta see it.
Yeah, man.
The fuck. And in one corner, maybe in like on commentary. No, you kind of can't, but you could have X-Pac, China, and Triple H in one corner, bro.
Sounds good to me, man.
Sounds good to me. That sounds like a top tier match. What's up, Larry? How you been?
So, what up, Larry? Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
Heat.
So, Dominic is on his Miro arc, and
Apparently.
he's speaking to God in these promos with the glare of light on him as he says, Hefe, Dad, you never asked me what I wanted in my career. Instead, you just wanted to teach me.
Pro out
And all this other bullshit. Yeah, I guess. So, Dominic. Oh man.
Dude, so bad.
He said a whole bunch of nothing. And then it got to the point where we just see Rhea Ripley's head come into frame and her hand covers his ear up. She pokes her head away and then he just says, "Dad, I'm not your baby boy anymore. I'm a man now."
She turned his ass out.
I don't know what the fuck she did to this motherfucker, man.
And do you see she calls herself Poppy?
Yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Bro, what is
What the
going
fuck
on?
is going on here, bro?
On their Dexter Loomis arc, like, bro, what are you doing? Oh,
Oh
man.
man.
What the fuck?
So, yeah, man. Rhea pulls all the strings here with Dominic. We got a video package hyping up Johnny Gargano and his NXT accolades.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was that. Rhea, hey Dom, if you beat Edge tonight, I'll let you beat these shit.
I think it's the other way around. I think she beating his, bro. It's gotta be that. I think she beating his.
I think so, bro.
Dude, that's what that relationship is implied to be, bro. You know it. She turning that man out.
She's sending his ass to Buddy Murphy, bro.
She really is, bro.
Bro getting House of Black.
Fucking Buddy Murphy probably in the corner of the room just watching, being all fucking weird. You got fucking Matt Riddle and Damian Priest there too. They're all just watching.
Oh man.
It's a weird circle of people, man. Just a bunch of fucking weirdos.
The reverse DDT Balor does. I could have swore it was called the 1916. Or is the 1916... Yeah. Or is that one called the Bloody Sunday?
I
One
think
of
that,
those.
yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's true.
Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah face Damage Control. I don't know how I feel about that name, bro.
I don't like it. I really don't. It gives off Retribution vibes. It
Kind
does.
of.
I don't know,
Yeah.
what's WWE's thing with, like, those type of names for a faction, like Retribution, Damage Control, you know what I mean?
I thought
Those
Control was perfect.
Control is really good. That's what they should have went with, bro. But Damage Control is just lame. They sound like a construction crew. They sound like fucking, I don't know, man. It's lame. I don't like the faction name.
Yeah, I don't like the damage part either.
No,
It
it's really
sounds really
lame.
bad in promos and it sounds kind of cringe. I
Mm-hmm.
really would have liked if they would have called it Control, but use CNTRL
Yeah,
Control.
exactly. Just
I thought that would
Control.
have been really cool. But this match happens, bro, and Dakota Kai and Io Sky win the tag titles. Why couldn't we get
Like
here
this first
at
place.
the end of that tournament?
It made more sense then anyway. Why did these two jobbers win that shit for no reason? They suck, bruh.
Honestly,
Bro,
Aaliyah is not that good. Raquel is obviously great, but they have booked her like shit, man.
like, what the fuck is that, bruh? What was the point of that? Wasted everybody's time, bruh. They really did.
Turn Raquel Gonzalez heel.
Please. And get Aaliyah the fuck out of there. I'll never forget that backstage segment where she was looking down at the fucking cue card, literally every other word. My name is Aaliyah, and I'm here. Like, dude, she's garbage. Get her ass out of here.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So, Damage Control are women's tag team champions, and I do not know why we couldn't just do this to begin with, man.
I'm telling you. I really am. I don't know what all that was. A waste of time is what it was.
Yeah, it really was, man. It really was. I mean, it the group definitely could have used the win as opposed to taking the L this
Hmm.
early on in their run. But honestly, since we're here, turn Raquel Gonzalez heel, turn her
Please,
heel, contemplate giving her Raquel Gonzalez back, and let that be the end of it, bro. Because
please.
the this is a no go, man. This is not this main roster run from Raquel has just been a huge no go, man. And this and this babyface run needs to be done, man. It needs to be done. So
It
I'm
really
very
does.
done with it, bruh.
It ain't it. It really ain't it.
Yes, turn her heel. She doesn't need to be in a team with Aaliyah. She doesn't need to be in a team with anybody.
No,
It needs to end, plain and
I'm
simple.
telling you, bro. It really does.
Yeah, man. Rey Mysterio's in the back trying to plead with Dominic. Son, do
Son,
not fight Edge. It is not too late to make amends.
fuck it, eh?
This this is horrible.
Bro,
Rhea
next
walks up
fucking. Oh, go ahead.
and just takes Dominic away as Rey's just
Literally.
standing there.
Just, come on, Pop. Or she said something about herself being Poppy and just took Dominic away. Bro, we didn't even look at fucking. Dude, that was so funny. Fucking Dominic's just. The whole time Ray's talking, he's just fucking jumping up and down, just looking, just in the distance, like, oh, bro. It's so bad. Fucking Ray's acting like he fucking joined the cartel or fucking Lion Kings or some shit. Talking about there's no turning back after tonight. The fuck does that mean? Like, what? I love it. I love how bad it is. It's so bad. It's hilarious. Like, exactly. Ray really thinks Edge is about to murder his ass or some shit. Like, bro, he's just gonna beat him in
Seriously.
a match.
He's
That's
just gonna
how
wrestle him, bruh.
he's just gonna pin him. That's what's gonna happen. It's
Bro,
hilarious.
Edge, it's only a matter of time, man, until Ray really lives up to that tweet.
Bro
He
really
can't
does.
wait. He can't wait to go to work and beat his kids.
For
Eventually,
fucking
he's gonna beat the
his
hell
kid.
out of his son, bruh.
He's about to beat the shit out of that little idiot. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Bruh. Yeah, man. So Ray was pleading with him. Yeah, bro. And then he went up to Edge later in the night too and begged him not to face Dominic. Bro, what the?
Like, bro, what?
This whole feud is just like so over exaggerated.
Oh,
It's
dude,
really ridiculous. Like,
they really
bro,
act like they're a soap opera.
honestly, bro, honestly, I mean, this shit's getting funny at this. Well, it's been funny, bro, but
It's getting ridiculous, bro. Like, they acting like fucking Dominic joining the rival gang to his Uncle Edge's gang and he's about to kill his ass and shit. Like, bro, they're
bro,
literally just gonna have a match. That's it.
he is acting like he is out there murdering his son, bro.
Like, bro, the Judgment Day treated your son worse. Like, come on. Dude, it's hilarious, bro. It really is. Like, especially with Edge's old ass. The fuck is he gonna do? Fucking break his hip while trying to beat up fucking Dominic? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Um. Next, Johnny Gargano defeated Chad Gable with
Mhm.
the one final beat.
Hey,
Um. This was incredible, man. This was incredible. This was the kind of shit we need on Monday Night Raw, and yeah, this is the kind of stuff you need to compete or to even put up a chance with Monday Night Football, man. Or at least maybe not compete and keep up with it, but at least something to uh, deter your hardcore viewers away that will actually
watch it over or
yeah.
with football or something like that. Because, Logan, I got a question, man. If this was a Vince McMahon episode of Raw, would you have been watching both or just football, bro? Because if I were you, I'd have just been watching football if it was a Vince McMahon episode of Raw. And I think
Oh yeah,
most people would have. So you need shit like that.
definitely. Ray's acting like he's a stepdad and won't discipline Dom, maybe because he's getting his punishments from Rhea.
Probably, bro.
Larry says Ray was really cringe in this moment, to be honest. Bro, Ray's been cringe this whole feud. This shit's been
All year.
next level comedy.
Ever since our Dominic was introduced, bro's just been cringe, bro. Exactly, Logan. I would have been watching. Exactly. Exactly. We respect it.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. So yeah, man. I mean, this was a really good addition or this was a really good match, rather. Johnny Gargano versus Chad Gable. This was really good, man. He gave him a big chunk. He gave him a big chunk of time, and they
Hmm.
really went out there and just put on a really good wrestling match, man. This was Gargano's first match back, and it was great to see him, man. It's very good to have him back.
Definitely, man. Definitely. You love to see it, man. You love to see Johnny wrestling. I will say, commentary called him Johnny Wrestling a lot. Like, they weren't even calling him Gargano at one point. They just said Johnny Wrestling like 30 times in a row. It was a little annoying, can't lie. But other than that, fucking perfect, man. You love seeing Johnny on TV again.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. After the match, Gargano escaped the grasps of the tree trunk Otis,
Oh,
and as he was walking back up the ramp, he got hit in the back with the Money in the Bank briefcase, man. And Theory went out to the ring. Kevin Owens came out and proceeded to cut the promo of his life on this
oh,
idiot.
bro. Bro's going off.
He talked about how you seem to be the hand-picked one in this company, but things aren't like that anymore. In
Yeah,
other words, Vince ain't here anymore, so you ain't running shit. That is
makes
pretty
sense.
much what he told this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
He said, he talked about how the guys with more passion are guys like him and Johnny Gargano, and he proceeded to absolutely go off on Austin Theory, yelling
Hmm.
at him about how, to be honest, he said, to be honest, I don't think you're the future of this company at all. You haven't proven it to me. And there was a one point where he said, "Stop thinking about the moments that were handed to you and start making your own moments."
Damn. They got his ass.
He talked about how he needs to succeed in WWE. Check your ego at the door and let your passion drive you. That was really good, man. And
That
then
was really good.
he kept. Kevin Owens put Johnny Gargano over huge in this promo. He kept
He
bringing
did,
his
man.
name up.
He did, man. Definitely. And you love to see it, bro. Old ROH buddies. Fucking lifting each
Definitely.
other up. You love to see it. Punk wouldn't be happy, apparently.
Yeah, man. So, yes. So, uh, Kevin Owens was, like I said, cutting the promo his life on Theory. This was such a great Kevin Owens promo. He is so good, man.
Dude,
He
he
is
is
really
top
so
tier.
good.
He
Yeah.
really is, man. He deserves another title run
And this
before
is,
he's done.
and you know, I was never really a big fan of like the Vince McMahon Kevin Owens. I
No.
really loved KO in 2016. I thought he was fantastic. And I
Hmm.
really loved KO. The only other time I was really in love with his character and what he was doing was in his feud with Roman.
That was really good.
I thought that was really good stuff, and obviously I like what he's doing now. Under Vince McMahon's vision, he barely got to really show what he was about.
Exactly.
Um, but I mean, obviously throughout all the years, he said some really good promos here and there. But those were the distinct times where I was really big on Kevin Owens, man. But other than that, I honestly wasn't really too big of a fan of stuff that he was doing for the majority of his time under Vince McMahon's administration. So,
I get you.
um, man, now that we're actually getting a chance to see what he's about and what he can be, and kind of the stuff that makes Kevin Owens, and him doing stuff that he actually is enjoying doing, and you can see, pound for pound, all the passion that he has behind everything he says and everything he does. This is really some top tier shit, man. This is really good. I am really enjoying this version of Kevin Owens thus far, man. I really am.
Truly, bro. Truly, it's been amazing, and dude deserves everything, man. He's always found a way to make shit good, and when he's given good shit, it's just top tier.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Um, oh man, especially most recently, his stuff with Elias or
Oh,
Ezekiel.
that shit
You
was
know
so bad.
that dude,
Such
that
a
Kevin Owens where he was like, "This is Elias," and he was going crazy because everybody didn't know that it was Elias, and everybody
oh,
thought it was Ezekiel, and it just made him
so
look like a
bad.
fucking idiot. That is the
Hmm.
kind of shit that I'm talking about with the Vince McMahon era of what he saw Kevin Owens as is like he saw him as like an idiot, like
Yeah,
just like a serious idiot, and it was so frustrating, especially when you know what he can be, you know.
exactly. How great he is.
Yeah, and he works really well as a babyface, and it seems like that's where they're going with him here, man. But even as a heel, bro, he is just tremendous. I honestly feel Triple H wanted to go in a heel direction, but I think they seen
Probably.
it going the other way.
And
I
embraced
think
it.
they seen it going the other way, and he's embraced it ever since. And that's kind of where we're seeing the baby face direction come out of this character a little more, which I love. I think he works better as
Definitely.
I think he works equally as good with both of them. To be honest, I really enjoy
Same,
both.
bro. He's one of those guys that could easily do both and it'll be top tier.
Hmm. Absolutely. Bianca Belair cuts a promo about Bianca Belair cuts a promo about how she wants to do this open challenge. And out of everybody, it could have been, uh, it could have been Tegan Knox. It could
Taking
have
nod.
been,
Apparently, according to your text, taking nod.
could have been Tegan Knox, man. It could have been Indy Hartwell. It could have been any of these fucking people. Instead,
Nope.
it's just Sonya Deville.
Boring ass Sonya Deville. Come on, bro. Come on.
It is a shame. It
Like,
really is a shame that old boy had to break into her house.
mm-hmm.
That made her want to step away from the ring because right before right before she stepped out of the ring,
She was such on a hot streak, bro. That she
she
was heat.
was good, man.
She was real good, man. And
Like
ever
she
since, mm-hmm.
that feud with Mandy Rose and those promos where she was just this brutally honest heel, bro. That
Loved
was
it.
that was next level, man. That
That
was
shit
good shit.
was great. I loved it. I really did, man. And just to see how it, sucks to see how it ended up, man. It really does.
Yeah, good old wrestling fans for you. Had to ruin that one for us. Wonder whatever
Exactly.
happened to that guy. Wonder if he's still in jail.
I think so. Do you hear about the other stalker, the PC stalker?
Yeah. Did he get arrested?
Nah, he was featured on like a court cam show or like filmed court during like trials and shit. He was on
Yeah.
one of those apparently. Apparently something happened to him again where he did something else. I was like, good lord, man. Good lord. Yeah, the PC stalker. I remember that motherfucker.
Good lord. They need to get that gated. I think that'd be
They
best.
really do. They need to make that like a facility. Like you
Yeah.
can only enter this area if you're with this shit. You
Yeah.
can't be doing this, bro.
100%. Sonya Deville comes out and Bianca Belair beats her. You know, kind of not really much of a challenge for Belair.
No,
But Damage Control comes out, surround the ring. They start beating up Bianca. Alexa Bliss and Asuka come out, and yeah, that was how was that? That was that, man. So
definitely.
the numbers game did not work here.
Yep. Numbers game. Good lord.
Yeah. Seth was in the back being interviewed about they asked him about holding gold in WWE, and Bobby Lashley
Mm-hmm.
walks up. My boy, my two boys
Hey.
actually. Bobby Lashley walks up and he challenges Seth to a U.S. title match for next week on Monday Night Raw.
See it,
Seth
man.
accepts, and man, this is
That's
gonna be good
deep.
shit. Does Seth
Mm-hmm.
take the title?
It's definitely a possibility, man. I don't know for sure, but I can definitely see it, man. He might, man. He might. You think? What do you think?
No, I think, nah. I think Riddle cost him, kind of how Seth cost Riddle this week.
Yeah,
And I think but I could easily see Triple H wanting to
reward him.
insert the U.S. title into Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins, since it is kind of a feud on the brand, and since Bobby Lashley's not in a distinctive feud right now, I think that maybe Triple H might want to put it on there, since, like I said, it is a featured feud on the brand,
Mm-hmm.
and putting the title on it could maybe, you know, make the prestige of the feud go up. But I don't think Triple H is going to want to take the belt off Bobby Lashley. I think he wants
Same.
Bobby to do a little bit more with it. And
Definitely.
because he's been doing a great job already at having Bobby defend it a lot and make it prestige. One thing we need to go back to, and this is especially for that World Championship, remember back in 2016 on SmackDown how they made it very clear every champion had to defend their championship within 30 days of each
They gotta
defense?
reinstate that.
Where is that? We need
I'm
that
telling you.
back.
We need that back, man. They really do. Cause good lord.
Yeah. I mean, good God. Uh, yeah, man. So that got greenlit for next week. The Miz was doing an interview, and they're trying to ask him about Dexter Loomis, and he's telling them, "Don't say that name in my house. Not with my kids here." Like, what is he
Ugh.
gonna do? Go fucking creep on your kids?
Yeah,
The
what the
fuck?
fuck? Like,
Who
bro,
is this Dexter Loomis guy? Is there more to him than we know, man?
what kind of arc is he on, bruh? The hell, man?
I don't
Like,
know, man.
ugh, fucking Miz, bro's freaking out the whole fucking time. You see Dexter in the window just staring. Like, bro, y'all can't see his ass. The cameraman don't see him.
Seriously, bro. Motherfucker's Chester Loomis here and shit.
Apparently, bruh. The fuck?
The Miz gets upset with the cameramen keep asking about Loomis, so he says he wants all of them out. He wants all of them out, and him and Maurice are going somewhere. So they get in the car. All the cameramen leave. I guess he just left his kids there by
I
themselves.
was gonna say, what the fuck? What happened? Like,
Well, I know on Ms. and Mrs. they do always have like Maurice's mom is like their
yeah, some,
babysitter
yeah,
or
but like,
something like that.
should have at least showed her, because what it implied. Because if you never peeked at Ms. and Mrs., you would assume
Honestly,
they just left their kids to fucking die in the house with an intruder. Like, what? They just left. He told his kids, "I'll see you in a little bit," and just left. What kind of fucking like what? First of all, that segment was written horribly on the Miz's side. What the fuck?
yeah.
And then the camera just pans back into the house, and Dexter Loomis is just there with a drawing, just in his house. Like, the fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the end game is with all this Dexter Loomis stuff, man.
No, because
I
they're
really
acting
wish.
like he's not signed, which I don't
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
Right?
they're acting like he's not signed, and like I don't really know if this is the most marketable gimmick for him. Um, I
Uh,
this isn't
um,
really a good look.
no,
But I mean, it's fun stuff and all, but
it's funny,
like
but
I
like,
don't really know how this fits into like a wrestling setting. Like, what is it gonna take? Like, what does he want from the Miz? Well, he might want something from the Miz
well, he
that
took some from the Miz,
yeah, he took something for him, man.
but
But I don't
like,
know, like what's the end game here?
I really don't like. Obviously, what WWE is trying to imply, and that he like tortures the fuck out of the Miz and like is like a psychopath, but it don't come off like that, and I don't know if they don't realize that and they're which they wouldn't be embracing what it looks like. So to them, they still think that we think that he's torturing the fuck out of the Miz. You know what I mean? When it's not what it looks like. I think that's what they're trying to make it look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, why are y'all talking about it like that? Just say, just have Miz say he was torturing me. Essentially, just have him say that. Don't imply that. Don't imply torture because it sounds like something real different. And like you can't, like you said, you can't market that. Like maybe a psychopath that likes torturing people is a cool gimmick, but a psychopath that does something else, you can't market that, bro. You can't do that. So you just
Uh,
they gotta turn this around, bruh. Like he was turning the Miz around, so they gotta they gotta turn this around, man, because it's just really bad.
like what does the Miz have other than something you already took that you didn't get yet?
Like, why target the Miz? That's the thing I don't get. If Dexter isn't signed, why is he targeting the Miz? Like, target like a champion, so winning that championship gets you signed. You know what I
right.
mean? It doesn't make sense to me, man. It really does not.
No, it doesn't. And I I don't quite understand how you give Dexter Loomis the gimmick of a all ages included predator and you think that is like what where does that get him and like
Like,
what
how
is
does
the
that get
end
him a
game
contract?
here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do you keep going for the Miz?
Like, oh,
Like,
you've been a really good predator the past couple months. We're gonna give you a contract and a title match. Like,
we're like,
what?
no, stop doing that to the Miz. We'll give you a contract if you stop. Like, what? Like, no. Like, if he's not
Because
signed,
then you just hired the predator. Like, what?
exactly. You might as well just go sign Palpatine again. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
give him
Like,
that fucking gimmick. What the fuck?
like on commentary, they're always talking about, oh, he's not signed. He's not supposed to be here. Okay, have him target Bobby Lashley
It's
because
like,
he has a championship and that could get him signed. I don't get what the Miz. I don't get it.
no, or you brought up a good point and having him target Champa as a way to, as like a favor for Johnny to get Champa
Yeah,
away from the Miz. You know,
exactly.
like that
You know
makes
what I mean?
sense.
But like, why does he just keep going for the Miz specifically? Why is he going for his ass? Literally, bruh. Why? I don't get it, man.
Yeah,
I hope they have an end game for this, but I don't know if they do.
I don't know if they do either, man. I mean, it makes for really fun. It makes for really funny segments, but like, you know, I mean,
It makes
what is the gimmick here? I mean, is his? I mean, let's be real, man. He has the gimmick of a predator. Like,
he does.
that
That's
is his
literally his
gimmick.
intention or not. That's his gimmick.
Like how does that? Like how is that good? Like how is that marketed? Like how? Where does this get him?
Exactly. How does this get him into the company officially, kayfabe wise? Like, I really don't get it.
Like, oh yeah, let's sign the guy who stayed in the house with fucking two underage children. Like, what
Like
the
what?
fuck?
Like who broke in a man's house with his children? Like bro, like what? I really don't get it. They really gotta turn this around
This
because
does not look good, bro.
it does not. They gotta do something about this because I don't know, man. They got to give him. No, I was gonna say they got to give like Dexter like a saw, like torture room. That'll make that gimmick look even worse. Never mind that I said that, bruh. That'll look like the R room. You know what I mean? Like you get. Never mind. Don't do that. That'll make it worse. Just, just stop.
Honestly,
Just
bro,
stop
just
with the
cut the
mid
shit.
side and just have him go after like a Bobby Lashley to win a championship, or like
Honestly.
have him go for Champa and try to like you guys were saying, like break Champa into teaming with them, so maybe they could go win tag titles or something like that, and that could lead into Johnny, joining with them and something, bruh, something, because the target of the Miz makes no sense. Like, I'm getting a contract, or I want a contract. Let me go do that to the Miz. Like what? What does Triple H really not like the Miz? So you're like, oh, that's my boy. Thanks for doing me this favor, bro. Here's a contract. Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either, man. So in the main event, we got Edge versus Dominic Mysterio. Quick side note.
Mm.
I really wish some things wouldn't have happened before the Vince McMahon era was done, because I feel like Triple H could have kept some things together. And as I'm just looking at this picture, how cool would it have been under Triple H, Bobby Lashley, and MVP?
Oh, bro, that would have been heat. That would have been straight flames, bro.
Yeah, it really would have, bro. It really
Truly.
would have. Um, Edge versus Dominic Mysterio. Edge was beating the holy hell out of him,
He
and
was,
then
bro.
it ended with Edge tying Dominic up in the
The ropes.
ropes. He went to run at him. Ray jumped in the ring like, bro, Edge was not about to end his life right here. Like, what are
He's
you
just about to
jumping in the?
fucking kick his ass and pin him.
Seriously. Ray jumps in the ring. Edge is screaming at him like, what are you doing? And then Finn Balor and Damian Priest take out Ray and Edge, and they beat him up. They throw Ray over the announce table. They coup de grace Edge's knee, and they start beating him with the chair as Finn Balor joined the Ballas in
He
GTA.
pinned
He
him,
comes out
bro.
there wearing his fucking bandana like Tupac.
Like,
And yeah, that was that, man. That was that. So yeah, that was the main event of Monday Night Raw with the Judgment Day standing tall. Yeah,
man, oh man.
the group
Raw,
continues.
I'm telling you, bro. Raw is the home of weirdos, man. You got Judgment Day. You got Matt Riddle. You got fucking Dexter Loomis. How does this attract all the fucking weirdos, man? But, man. I mean, what the fuck is this whole storyline, bruh? What the hell? The fuck?
Yeah, man. So yeah, that was the week of wrestling, guys. That was the
Hell
week of
yeah, man.
wrestling. That was everything that went on, and yeah, very, very good statement show from AEW. And a
Hmm.
decent episode of Monday Night Raw here tonight. Not too bad. Not perfect by any means. Definitely a lot of logic gaps in some places. But it
Hmm.
definitely wasn't that bad, man. So, yeah.
Definitely, man. Definitely not a bad week at all, man. So, you like to see it, man. You like to see it.
Definitely, man. And yeah, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Hills podcast, man. Thank you guys for joining us yet again on another edition of Unscripted, man. This has been episode 108 of Unscripted, and thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys being here. And yeah, we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts, man. So with that, that is
Truly.
going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast and another great edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. And with that, it has been always, always, always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, another great edition of Notorious Unscripted. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.